It's Force 13's regional AU channel with the latest on the local weather scene for Saturday the 21st of October 24, and we start off with a view of the Melbourne radar wind Doppler and a few warnings in place. The Bureau of Meteorology has in place the top priority severe weather warning for damaging winds for the western, northwest coast, central plateau forecast districts. Damaging wind gusts over northwestern Tasmania today. Northeasterly winds will strengthen as a low pressure system continues to deepen to the northwest of Tasmania. Strong northeasterly winds averaging 50 to 60 kilometres an hour with damaging wind gusts of 80 to 90 kilometres an hour likely over parts of northwestern Tasmania, the far northwest coast, and including elevated areas are the most likely to be affected. Winds are expected to ease this afternoon. Smithton, Stratham, Queenstown, Zeeland, Rosebery and Lake St Clair are the areas under warning. And the Bureau of Meteorology has issued a flood watch for the north, northeast, Huon, the Derwent and including the southeast catchments. That was issued at 1300 hours daylight saving time. And adding to the severe weather warning and the key component being the deepening low pressure system, a broad and complex area of low pressure over Tasmania brings moderate to locally heavy rainfall to most of Tasmania overnight Saturday and into Sunday. The highest rainfall totals are likely in the southeast of the state from late today overnight into Sunday. Catchments are average to moderately wet across the flood watch area, tending to dry in the eastern part. Widespread rainfall totals of 15 to 40 millimetres are forecast across the watch area, with isolated higher totals possible and including thunderstorms. Further rainfall totals of 15 to 25 millimetres are forecast across the south and southeast of the state Sunday, with isolated higher totals possible. Minor flooding is possible from early Sunday. Isolated moderate flooding remains a possibility with isolated higher rainfall totals. Localised flooding may also occur in the Greater Hobart area catchments, which could see elevated streams, creeks, rivulet levels. Heavy rainfall may cause rapid rises. So we've got the north and south east rivers, Meander, Macquarie, east coastal rivers, Huon River, the Channel coastal rivers, the Derwent, Jordan, Cole rivers, eastern or east coastal rivers and southeast. So that is a flood watch which was issued at 1300 hours today. Now, a gale warning current for the southwest coast, strong wind warning, the Derwent estuary, the three bays, the Channel, the far northwest, central north coast, east of the Flinders Island, the upper east, lower east, southeast and central west coast. Similar warning for Sunday. Now we go to the north across the Bass Strait. Bureau Meteorology has a similar warning for the southwest, the west, South Gippsland, the central and east Gippsland forecast districts in Victoria. Damaging wind gusts to develop near the southwest during Saturday night, extending to the southeast during Sunday afternoon. Northwest to southwesterly winds strengthening as the low pressure system deepens. The low will then move eastward across Bass Strait during Sunday and into the Tasman Sea Monday morning. For southwest coast, strong northwest to southwesterly winds averaging 50 to 60 kilometres an hour with damaging wind gusts of around 90 kilometres an hour, likely from Saturday night. For southwest coast, strong northwesterly to southwesterly winds averaging 50 to 60 kilometres an hour with damaging wind gusts of around 90 kilometres an hour. From Saturday night, gradually easing from the west late Sunday morning. For the south central and west and south Gippsland areas, strong northwest to southwesterly winds averaging 50 to 60 kilometres an hour with damaging wind gusts of around 90 kilometres an hour possible from Sunday afternoon, easing overnight. Warrnambool, Portland, Wonthaggi, Morwell, Sale and Traralgon are the areas under the warning. There's a gale warning for Victoria's west coast and a strong wind warning for Port Phillip, the central coast and east Gippsland, and a similar warning for Sunday, and the gale warning gets extended. Now heading north into the ACT and New South Wales, severe weather warning for the Snowy Mountains and including the southwest forecast districts. Vigorous west to northwesterly winds forecast for alpine areas associated with a deepening low pressure system to the south, but winds will ease overnight Sunday as the low moves into the Tasman Sea. Thredbo Top Station is the only area under the warning, damaging winds averaging 80 to 90 kilometres an hour with peak gusts up to 110 kilometres an hour likely over the alpine areas above 1900 metres from Saturday afternoon continuing through Sunday. There's also a sheep graziers warning for the southern tablelands, the Snowy Mountains forecast districts, and at this point in time, Sydney enclosed waters, Goffs, Macquarie, Hunter, Sydney, Illawarra, Batemans and Eden Coast under a strong wind warning and a similar one for Sunday. There are no warnings for the state of Queensland. Now we switch briefly down to South Australia. The lower southeast district also has a severe weather warning for damaging winds. West to southwesterly winds strengthening, all related to that low pressure system. The wind gusts 50 to 60 kilometres an hour with damaging wind gusts to around 90 kilometres an hour possible along the far southeast coast during tonight. Winds expected to ease from the west during Sunday morning, and the only warning area is Millicent. And there's a sheep grazier's warning for Flinders, mid-north, the Murray Lands, the upper southeast, lower southeast forecast district. And the lower southeast coast has a gale warning. Strong wind warning the south central coast, Spencer Gulf and the upper southeast coast. And the lower southeast coast will see gale force winds for Sunday. And not much going on in the Northern Territory other than a heat wave warning. And for Western Australia, strong wind warning the Esperance coast. Current capital city temperatures at the time of doing this update: 24.3 Sydney, 19.9 in Melbourne, 26.6 Brisbane, 25.7 Perth, 16.4 in Adelaide, 15.2 Hobart, 27.5 Canberra, and a hot one, 34 in Darwin, and they've reached their maximum. And the other capital cities haven't reached their expected maximum. Partly cloudy for Darwin, mostly sunny for Canberra, and Hobart, rain, partly cloudy Adelaide, cloudy Perth, mostly sunny here in Brisbane, cloudy for Perth and sunny for Sydney. 3 millimetres of rain recorded in Hobart since 9 a.m. today. In addition to what's making the weather news, we're keeping a close eye on Tropical Low 01U. I've put out a update video that's now available on our channel.